Welcome to Inspirational Women. This week we head to Athlone to speak to the dynamic organizers and talented vendors at the vibrant Pre-Eid Expo hosted recently at Belgravia High. Next, we pop down to Wynberg to speak to the incomparable Taskia Williams about her decision to leave a life of corporate mundanity behind in favor of pioneering her own laser cutting and engraving enterprise. Join our host Najma Muhammad Ladi and Abida Dixon Muhammad now to hear from these inspirational women.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Welcome to another episode of Inspirational Woman. I'm your host, Najma Muhammad Ladi, and today, as you can probably hear and see in the background, we are at an expo. It's the Pre-Eid Expo in Belgravia on the Cape Flats, really, in Cape Town. And I'm going to chat to the organizers, the inspirational women. There's two of them who organize this event every single year. So let me introduce our two special guests. Assalamu alaikum, Auntie Rhoda and Auntie Sumaya. How are you, ladies? Alhamdulillah. It is buzzing in here, mashallah. So I want to congratulate both of you, as well as say thank you very much for having the ITV crew, here to showcase what the local talent is all about. Auntie Sumaya, let me start off with you. Auntie Sumaya is one of the organizers, that arrange this expo every single year. But Auntie Sumaya, you also have a business called Hani Boutiques. Maybe you can just tell us briefly about your business and how long have you had your business?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yes, I started off about 10 years ago. I noticed there was a gap for a fuller figure. I don't want to make a joke out of it. I'm a bit victimized. But it actually goes well. And to give a smile to somebody's face where they always have a problem for looking for clothing.
Yes, because sometimes it's difficult. Often there's just certain small sizes in the markets.
Yes, I don't think they cater for the excess, but I think with the help of the Almighty, that's given me that thing to do, and I hope that I'm doing justice to all.
Inshallah. If I look at yourself and what we have here today, mashallah, there's a variety for all different figures and sizes. So shukran so much for bringing that to the ladies of Cape Town. And Auntie Rhoda, Elegant Muslima, it's really a well-known brand in the Cape, and I'm sure, some of our other provinces as well. Auntie Rhoda is the owner, I don't know you don't like that word, or the CEO of Elegant Muslima. How long did that start, and why did you start with this business?
Najma, I started Elegant Muslima purely because I went to visit Gatesville one day and I had my aunt with me to buy an outfit, and what I saw there blew me away, and that was ladies dressed in black abayas, slippers and just a black scarf or a little cap. And I felt that as I was getting a bit older, I was going to eventually have to get myself looking like this, and the answer was no. So from that time, I worked very hard trying to introduce an abaya that was going to cover my hair, that was going to be easy for a woman to wear. And out of that was born the original all-in-one abaya. And from there, I have designed a range that is now including children's range and young girls range, and we do cater for ladies up to the X's as well. And I'm very excited about it because I think we're introducing new products all the time.
I've also noticed you have quite a range of different designs, and your material is very unique. It's really also friendly for the traveler. So wherever you go around the world, you can roll up your abaya, your Elegant Muslima, and wherever you go, you don't even need to iron your product. So how many designs do you have in your collection?
I think at the moment there's 25 different designs. In our abaya range, we've probably got about 5 different styles. So we cater for everybody. We cater for somebody who's a bit more slim and somebody who's slightly bigger. And then also for the niqabis, we have a special abaya as well.
And the two ladies obviously started, the Pre-Eid Expo. Why did you think it was necessary to have these, homegrown, home industries under one massive roof so that people can see what you guys are all about or what the ladies are all about? Auntie Sumaya?
I think we, both of us, decided this event has been run for the past 7 years, and we felt it was necessary. There were a lot of people who, and particularly women, who were running home industry, supporting their families, and they needed to put food on the table, but they were not able to market themselves. So collectively we decided that if we have one event where we can market them and get people to come and support them, and alhamdulillah, we started off, and if I tell you where we started in a tiny hall, Taronga Road, where I remember the very first time I exhibited there, I had to utilize their kitchen because it was so packed. But alhamdulillah, we've grown from there. The Cape Town Pre-Eid Expo has really grown, and it is a known expo. So alhamdulillah, if you look across the hall, you can see it is very well supported. But what I want to say about the home industry, Najwa, is that if I look at the quality of what everybody's producing, it is of such a high standard that we could compete with the shops out there. We don't need to shy away from that. And what I do find is happening now, our Muslim women are supporting our home industry.
Auntie Rhoda and Auntie Sumaya, you started this expo 7 years ago, and tell us quickly, tell our viewers in terms of your exhibitors, how many exhibitors do you have here today? As you said, it was businesses starting from home, wanting to give, in particular the ladies, the women, the housewives, a brand, and they can be independent. So how many exhibitors do you have here today in this wall, I must say?
We have close to 100 exhibitors. And they're not on top of one another, so they each have a beautiful space to trade. But what is amazing is that if you look at who is here, there are new people coming on board all the time, and the quality of what they're producing, they're not sort of your just entry level, they're of a very high standard. And I'm very impressed by that, and they take pride in what they're doing, and they engage their clients, which is so beautiful.
Auntie Rhoda and Auntie Sumaya, you're talking about high quality, and that is what we can see in your brand. But in terms of affordability, is it affordable for our community really to come and shop here? Because I think ultimately that is why you started this industry. Auntie Sumaya?
Definitely it is. And another point I want to raise, that their business just don't stop here. It continues. So there's lots of women that's unemployed. But with this event and so many others, their business continues.
So it's really the home industry, die huiswinkeltjies soos the mens kan sê. So they're selling their products really from home as well, And this expo that you people are organizing annually is just to get more people in the door and more exhibitors. And in terms of new vendors, new exhibitors, do we have new people coming on board every year?
I think we just don't realize there's so many, what's happening at the moment. A lot of people are becoming unemployed. And, I always say this, that when a woman loses her job, her family will eat. And because a woman will always find something to do, to put food on the table. And this is what we're seeing daily. And every day I can engage new people starting up their businesses. And having this market, we've had people saying to us, we're starting up, please can we come on board? And for that, we try and accommodate as many of them as possible.
And ladies, what I've picked up and noticed at the expo here, the ladies are assisting each other. You buy your dress by one vendor and you buy your scarf at another vendor. Is this because it was organized with the two of you as women, doing your best in your industries?
Naj, I'm a firm believer that we need to support one another, and it is something that I encourage the vendors to do. And in order to do that, I have to set an example. And I think both Sumaya and I are we're very passionate about that. That, people will come and buy from us one thing and we'll say, but you can get your scarf over there, you can get your pearls over there, you can get your bag over there. And I think both of us have got no problem walking up and helping people saying, that looks beautiful, I think you should get this. And it wouldn't be from my store, it would be from one of the vendors. That is how we encourage one another. We grow because we support one another.
They actually become like a family.
It's really because that is the feel here, you know, Auntie Sumaya. You can feel the love, you can feel the ambiance is so good. But something that is unique at an expo, I must say, it's free entry and free secured parking. How do you ladies get that right?
I think we're very fortunate in that we've got very good support staff, and I don't think for us it is not about making the money, although the funds raised goes to a charity, but this is not about making money. It's about affordability for the vendor, it's about affordability for our clients, and also we want to make sure that people are able to get in here and that parking is good and accessible and it's free.
And I believe there's a beneficiary attached to this organization as well. Quickly, ladies, before we need to wrap, just briefly tell us about your beneficiaries.
Najwa, I'm blown away by this woman, Sister Zubaydah Tofi. She is the founder member of the Spina Bifida and Hydrocephalus Society based at Red Cross Children's Hospital. And the work that they do is unbelievable. And I just felt that at this point, how could we not support them? And therefore, you know, people should know that the funds raised for this event is going to them, and we're very proud of that.
Ladies, shukran very much, Auntie Sumaya, Safi and Auntie Rhoda Murad, you know, for bringing this expo annually to Cape Town. So hopefully, inshallah, maybe we can see if we can maybe go to other provinces very, very soon. So jazakallah so much, you know, for having us here. And yeah, that's our wrap and our interview with our beautiful organizers, Elegant Muslima and Hani Boutique. But stay with us. After the break, I'll be chatting to the beneficiaries, inshallah. Welcome back to the Cape Town Pre-Eid Expo 2018 in Belgravia in Cape Town. And now I'm going to speak to the beneficiaries of this organization, organized by Elegant Muslima and Hani Boutique. And the beneficiary is ASPA South Africa. And I'm sitting with the founder member, Sister Zubaydah Tofi. She's going to tell us a little bit more about this organization. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Sister Zubaydah.
Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
How are you, my dear?
I'm very well, alhamdulillah, quite excited and with this big expo, and it's
very excited to be
amazing
here.
energy that the Muslim people can
Alhamdulillah.
actually produce.
Alhamdulillah. And Zubaydah, being a beneficiary, you know, of the Cape Town Pre-Eid Expo, how did that come about?
Well, long ago, I'm talking now 24 years ago, I was working in the ward as a nursing sister, and in my ward there was a 12-year-old boy in a nappy, and that fascinated me. I asked him, can I go with him to the clinic at Red Cross Hospital, so which is the Spina Bifida clinic. It's called the Spinal Defects Clinic, but my interest in this boy turned into a passion, and I actually never left. It's my 24th year and I volunteered, but I want to just quickly say what Spina Bifida is.
Yes, please
Spina
do.
Bifida, the baby is born with the bones in the vertebral column, one of the vertebrae, or two or more sometimes, didn't close, causing a hole in the back, and the spinal cord bulges through that hole. Now, as you know, the spinal cord serves as almost like a telephone cable, taking messages from the brain down to all parts of the body. Now, disabilities vary depending on how big the bulge is and where on the spinal column it is. The higher it is, the more serious, the lower it is. Some of them can walk with crutches, can walk with maybe a limp, and some of them are in a wheelchair. Now, what is also affected is the brain, because water is because of the blockage there, water is now blocking up and may cause brain damage in some, depends also. But a simple, a little thing called a shunt, which is put in so it diverts the water through to the peritoneal cavity, and that's a very simple thing. then the other big thing in their lives is they cannot use their bladder and bowel like you and I. There's a management regime for spina bifida babies, which is they put a catheter in every 3 hours, and they have to empty their own bladder and bowel
all the time.
That's the
yes.
management regime,
Okay.
and that's where I initially got involved and passionate about, because I wanted to see them not using nappies. But having said that, then 4 years ago, but I've always had the most amazing people in my life helping. Mothers. I've got mothers who's been with me for all the 24 years, and then these passionate mothers, plus the role players of the clinic, we formed this ASPA, Association for Spina Bifida and Hydrocephalus. And we formed that association 4 years ago, and we have a board and very passionate members who are very loyal and but mothers, I must say here, for mothers of all disabilities, are the most amazing people. Allah has given them this challenge, but they take that challenge and they run with it.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. And now I want to just fast forward quickly. What we've done just this January is that what I've done is, next to me I've got Candy, who is actually, Candy has been one of my babies who's grown
So
up.
this is your mommy.
Yes. So Candy and Virginia was born with spina bifida. They're not so severe, as you can see, they can walk, but they still have the challenges of the bladder and bowel. But what we're doing now is, ASBA is doing, we formed a training center to train them to be health ambassadors in their community.
Fantastic.
So that
Zubeda, sorry, I need to just break you there. Sorry, and thank you very much for that. So your two ladies here are now ambassadors because they were born
with spina bifida.
With spinal.
So they are experts by experience. That's important to know. They do get training, but they are experts by experience because they were born. They do the management regime on themselves. So they are so good to help others.
Okay. And Zubeda, shukran so very much.
Wonderful.
You know, unfortunately, I would love to chat more to the ladies as well, but you know, everything is about time. But thank you very much for being here, and thank you to you, Auntie Zubeda, for being the founder member of this organization. May Almighty Allah just reward all of you, inshallah.
Thank Rhoda. I want to thank Rhoda Murad for giving me this opportunity.
It's only a pleasure. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yes. And of course, that is now our segment with the beneficiary, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sarah, how are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. How are
Good,
you?
alhamdulillah. Brand new menswear here at the Cape Town
Shukran.
Pre-Eid Expo. Tell us a little bit about it.
So, Mustaqim is a modest menswear range that myself and my husband have just started up. So, this is our own startup little business. Alhamdulillah, it's been going really well. It's been accepted really well by our community, especially by the men, because we found that men don't particularly have a broad range of thobes to wear. It's usually the same old one with a collar, plain colors. So we've come up with some new modest or modern designs. One with a hoodie on, and we've got some cotton ones that look like shirts. So it caters for a younger generation, but a lot of the older men have taken to it as well.
Okay.
Something different, something new, something to kind of get our youth or the younger generations more inspired to wear, you know, some modest wear.
Yes, and what I love the material. You know, it's nice and warm. And tell me,
Yes,
is this
perfect
now
for
your
winter.
winter range?
Yeah, so our range came out a couple of weeks ago. We launched at the Ramadan Expo. So basically, it's our winter range. Brilliant for the winter cold nights when you go to Tarawih.
Yes.
Early mornings, Fajr. It's perfect.
So if you say brand new, how long? I mean, when did you go?
Literally, we started 2 months ago.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, it's been accepted with like perfect responses from our clients. So Alhamdulillah, it's been going well.
All the best and
Shukran so
well
much.
done. Very
Shukran.
happy for you. All the best,
Shukran.
Sarah. Assalamu alaikum.
Salam.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Auntie Rashida, how are you?
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Najma, very well, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, nice seeing you here at the Cape Town.
Always
Free-
nice seeing you too. Hey?
Alhamdulillah. Sugar Rush, made with love. I know it's yours, it belongs to you, but I want to know you started this business. Tell us about your Sugar Rush product.
Well, as Sugar Rush started about just over 2 years ago, when I've always been a working class, of the working class, and I decided a few years ago that it's time for me to pack my bags and do something else.
Yes.
I started and ventured into something that my daughter suggested, which was something unusual, which is clusters made with yogurt and chocolate, and from there it just grew to yogurt clusters, yogurt, made with various varieties of fruits and nuts. We're now doing a cashew brittle, almond brittle. We're doing stuff like Rocky Road in both two chocolates. We do Turkish delight, coconut ice, and Oreo pop, and our very famous almond rocker. I tell you, it is something that it's grown into something that we didn't really expect. So I am extremely grateful for the support we get, and we are extremely grateful to make something that everybody is ranting and raving about.
It's made with love, Auntie Rashida.
Absolutely,
Obviously, you know, we
absolutely.
will absolutely love this. Auntie Rashida, and you said, how many years ago did you start this?
Just over 2 years
Just
ago.
over 2, and it's grown just phenomenally.
It has grown overnight. My daughter has come on board to help me do the packaging. The presentation is done by her. I ensure that the product is of a high quality, and she ensures that the packaging is of a high standard as well. So the two works hand in hand. And I can honestly say that she ensures that everything before it gets put out there for everyone to see and buy, it's of the best quality, and then it goes there.
Alhamdulillah, we love that, Auntie Rashida. And in terms of prices, what are we looking at in prices?
Our cheapest item is 20 Rand, and the most expensive one is 50 bucks.
For quality.
Absolute quality.
Alhamdulillah, that I think you can only find here at the Cape Town Free Eid Expo. Auntie Rashida, Jazakallah so much.
It's only
May your
growing.
business grow, and may your daughter take it over one day to a higher level even,
Thanks very
inshallah.
much.
Shukran.
I've got a daughter and a son,
Okay.
and I've got a son-in-law and a daughter-in-law, and we as a team ensures that this is Sugar Rush.
So as the family is growing, the business will grow,
Absolutely,
inshallah.
alhamdulillah.
All of the best, and shukran very much, Auntie
Jazakallah.
Rashida. Wa alaikum salam wa
Wa alaikum
rahmatullahi
salam
wa
wa
barakatuh. Little gentleman's couture, Dilshad, beautiful garments for little men. Where did this all start, Dilshad?
It basically started with my eldest son. He's now 5 years old, so about 4.5 years ago. I would go into the store looking for something nice for him, especially coats, and I could never find. My mother, as growing up in a household where my mother used to make clothing, I basically started making for my son.
Yes.
And so it's like the little things that are like formal, casual,
Yes.
wear nice, dress up, dress down, like the blazer as well. Something you can dress up nicely, you can wear also casually.
Yes.
So it's basically something versatile. As you are a parent,
Yes.
you want everything to work.
And I see there's little caps as well.
Yes, yes, yes.
Let us talk about this little
It's
cap.
a little golfer cap, so and they call it the My Design cap.
Yes.
So it's like the little gentleman's
Fantastic.
cap.
And you said how long ago? About 4 years ago?
4 years ago.
Okay. And where do you intend taking this business, inshallah?
Inshallah, I'm hoping it to be just online, as it's easier to just send to people, and it's more convenient to work with a client than in person. So yes, so hopefully, inshallah, I would like to be at the South African, proudly South African.
Proudly
brand.
South African product. Dilshad, shukran very much for bringing us such wonderful little gentleman couture, and all of the best. May your business just grow, inshallah. All of the best. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Nazreen of Serenity Clothing. Assalamu alaikum, Nazreen. How are you, darling?
Salam, my darling. How's everybody at home?
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Lovely to be here. Love the range. Serenity.
Listen here, it makes me feel serene and so beautifully sassy and also well covered. So
Yes.
I'm happy to actually represent Serenity.
Yes, I see beautiful velvets that you have this winter coming. Lovely florals. Tell us a little bit about
Okay,
that.
what we've done is it seems everybody's going for the warm look for winter.
Yes,
So
yes.
the colours they've chosen is your beautiful royals in terms of an A-line dress and A-line trousers as well.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Yes.
And you know what? Sometimes when you feel something that feels as rich, it just becomes so much more
Fuzzy.
real. Okay.
Fuzzy,
And they've
comfy.
they've got a beautiful blues, they've got the
Yes.
black teals,
Yes.
they've got the beautiful colours in terms
Oh,
of the
beautiful.
mink. Okay.
Yes, yes.
So in terms of capturing winter and the feel and the essence and the warmth, My
Serenity.
darling, Serenity has it in terms of the velvet side.
Then, my love, and I see you've
Okay.
got all these beautiful florals again.
Okay, darling, what we can say is, even though it's winter, flowers still sells. And the print of today is like the florals are the big or small, okay?
Yes.
And we've got this in a beautiful, beautiful long tunic.
Yes.
We've got it in a beautiful long dress, my angel pies. And the nice thing about Serenity, what I like is the sense that it is timeless fashion. It's classics,
Classic.
okay? And you can dress it up and dress it down. You can actually, if it's too warm, if it's too cold, put a Spencer underneath here.
Yes.
And you can actually have a fun time with the florals in winter
Yes.
and still enjoy in.
Wonderful. Nazreen,
also-
and tell me, do they actually trade from home Serenity clothing?
They go to shop. They trade from 4th Avenue in Rondebosch.
Which is their
And
home.
the
Which is their
home,
home.
it's basically-
a huiswinkeltjie.
Not actually, it's
Okay.
actually, they're busy renovating now, but it's actually going to be a full-on shop.
Okay.
It's in 4th Avenue, Rondebosch, and it's going to be beautifully renovated. So they've got about 3 or 4 rooms that they actually work from.
Fantastic.
And they've got in a range. I mean, this is a minor compared
Yes.
to what they will
Yes.
also have.
And I see you've got beautiful creams at the back, Nazreen.
Yes,
Love
Honey
it, love
Bunny,
it.
I must admit, 70 loves the light colors. I myself am more to the dark,
Okay.
but it seems to sell.
Okay.
The off-white, the creams.
Yes,
And
yes.
I don't know why, but it actually sells as well.
Nazreen, shukran very much, my love. So lovely to be here at the Cape Town
Listen here, I must say, Auntie
Expo.
Rhoda makes a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful market. There's lovely people, lovely vendors. They're stunning. The vibe, the ambiance, it's all about the communal aspect of Eid.
Correct.
And come down, enjoy, and just enjoy the vibe that we have to offer.
And I believe there's lovely treats as well for iftar.
Listen here, darling, she covers everything from fashion to jewelry to food, all under one roof. And listen here, we are actually promoting local is beautifully lekker.
Alhamdulillah.
So with that in mind, come, enjoy, see what we have to offer. And I always say that our community, in terms of what we have to offer, the platform, we've got an amazing amount of creative people. They are talented beyond what your wildest dreams. They need a platform, they need to like it to be exposed. And what these markets do basically, it gives them just a stepping stone to actually grow their business.
Correct.
So come around, see what we have to offer, and allow the small business to grow, and maybe inshallah even go bigger.
There you go. Inshallah, that's the aim. Nazreen, thank you very much.
was my
Jazakallah
pleasure,
so
my
much.
darling.
And all of the best.
Shukran, my
All
darling.
right.
Say
Wa alaikum
okay.
salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum, Auntie Nisa. How are you?
Walaikum salam. Nice to see you here again.
Lovely to be here in your little art studio, mashallah. Nisa Gaby, very famous, I will say, in the Cape,
Oh, wow.
if not international, because I think so many of your art has gone overseas. But Auntie Nisa, you're the artist. Talk to us a little bit about your beautiful art here.
Alhamdulillah. Nice to know that my art is going out there. It's actually traveling more than me.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to get there along with
Ameen,
my art,
inshallah.
Yes, my art is different in that it's modern, it's young, it's vibrant, it's fresh. And I custom make my art pieces so everybody can have an art piece that works for them. That is my focus. I want everybody to be able to own an art, to get away from the stigma that art is for the elite, for the exclusive.
Yes, yes.
Everybody must have art. and
So
love
we must
art.
all have a piece of Nisa Gaby in our homes.
Absolutely, even if it's not necessary, but just have art.
Some art. And Nisa, and obviously your studios is at your home.
My studio is at my home. I live with my art, so I'm always surrounded by my artworks. Alhamdulillah, and I'm very happy for that, to have that opportunity.
And when did this all start, Auntie Nisa?
I started about 7 years ago. I had a little grandson coming along, and I thought, okay, let me do something different. I've always done things that are creative,
Yes.
whether it's furniture design, building design, etc. So it's always been a creative journey for me. And this was just something I could do from home, so I loved it.
Beautiful. And tell me, Auntie Nisa, can people actually order, in terms of their home decor, their home or their bedrooms, and then have specific art for certain people?
That is my speciality, in that
Okay.
I prefer to custom make, so that everybody has a piece in their home that works for them, that has their color, their decor, their personalities, and their verses that inspire them.
Auntie Nisa, does art evolve over years? Are there changes and stuff?
Art evolves. I'm evolving.
All
if
the
I
time.
Look at my artwork that I started 7 years ago,
Yes.
and what I'm doing now, it's constantly changing. Times change, people change, so we need to keep evolving.
And it's such a beautiful message. It's all about Islam and all about the Quran.
Alhamdulillah, there's lots of spirituality into it.
We can feel it, Anjanisa. So may Almighty Allah just preserve you for many more years, inshallah, so that you can do this beautiful art. And as Anjanisa said, we must all have a piece of art in your own home. So shukran so much, my darling, and all of the best.
Okay, shukran.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum, hallo en 'n hartlike welkom by die program Inspirational Woman. My Inspirational Woman vandag en besigheidsvrou is Taskia Williams. Hulle doen laser cutting en engraving goeders. En ek moet sê ek is baie beïndruk wat ek vandag als hier gesien het. Assalamu alaikum Taskia.
Assalamu alaikum, Abida, how are you?
Alhamdulillah. Soos jy weet, dit is winter hier in die Kaap en dit reën so 'n bietjie, maar ons sê alhamdulillah, ons het die reën.
Yes, we need the rain in Cape Town.
Definitely. Nou Taskia, ek sien hier is sulke mooi goedjies hierso. Maar vertel gou eers vir ons kykers, wat het u gedoen voordat u nou hierdie besigheid begin het?
Abida, I was in corporate for 32 years. And then just one day I decided, when I turned 50, I decided, I'm going to go a different direction. And that is when my husband and I just went one day, actually inspired us, we went one day to an expo in town at the Cape Town Convention Centre, and we seen this beautiful machine in work. And it just blew us away. And that's when we both decided that's what we're going to do.
Maar dat moet ek daarom sê, 32 years is mos daarom amper 'n leeftyd.
It is a lifetime, yes. It was my one and only job. I was 17 when I started. And yeah, very, very good company. But, it was time for me to move on. I think after 32 years.
Ek wou nou net sê, jy het dan ook genoem dat jy 50 was. Soos hulle sal sê, life begins at 50.
Absolutely, I agree. Everything happened after 50. Everything happened after 50.
Okay. Nou, en dit is vir my wat nou geen kennis het van laser cutting en engraving goeders nie. Wat is wat julle eintlik doen?
Well, basically, we got different kinds of clientele. Yes. But if you want a specific item done, you bring us your ideas and we discuss it and then we design it. So it's graphics involved. So my husband and I had to learn graphics all over, from the word scratch. And so basically we design it on the laptop and we send it to the machine and the machine will cut whatever we have designed to do it.
Okay. So nou dan sien ek dan ons het nou mooi kleurige goeders hierso.
Yes.
Hierdie rooi steek nou verskriklik in my oog want
die kleur
is sommer nou net so mooi hier. Wat is dit nou eintlik?
Well, it's basically it's a gift box.
Okay, kan ek hom open?
Yes, of course you can open it. Okay. And this is the raw product.
Yes.
Which is the design. The design is this. This is what is cut out from the laser, but everything else thereafter is all manual. So everything is done manually afterwards, handcrafted. So it's all handcrafted.
As ons nou praat van hierdie nou wat gedoen word, is dit dan amper soos 'n template wat gedoen word?
It's a template, yes. It's a cut-out template.
Yeah.
And obviously, if you want a specific design, we can do it for you. Yeah. But there's a few designs that are working for us at the moment, so we're going with that. The most popular one is this one, actually. And so this is the raw product over here. And then once it's put together, you can see everything's put together. It gets sprayed, a primer spray, and then eventually the finish coat. But it also has glass in the inside. It's got we put glass in all our boxes. So we've got different designs. These are the two sizes that we do. And we can basically do any design that you actually want. We can actually personalize it as well. We can put your name on here. So it's Happy Birthday Abida. We can actually put your name on here as well. So a lot of our products are personalized to the customers.
Nou, as ek nou hierdie gaan koop nou by julle. Wat maak ek eintlik met hom en waar hang ek hom of wat doen ek?
Well, this particular one is this box is a dual purpose. So it could be a box with, we open up box. Otherwise, it could be a wall floater. So basically, you can put a 3D light in here. Those lights, and then you can hang it on your wall.
Okay.
So it becomes different kinds of deco in your house. Depending on your style. So yeah.
Want ek moet sê dit beïndruk my eintlik nie, want ek het nog nooit tevore eintlik hierdie goedes gesien nie. En dis hoekom ek eintlik daarvan hou. En dan sien ek nou julle het nou miskien nou sal maar sê hier dalk swart of gerook kom ek sê sommer burn.
It is the burn, the natural look.
So, yes, so en dan kan julle dan ook mos natuurlik verskillende kleure en goeders gebruik op.
Well, before the engraving is done, you know what I mean? Like for instance, this box, we could, but we find most of our clients nowadays are wanting the rustic, out of Africa look, the natural look. Like for instance, this box, you know, the engraving, everything is all natural. These are little trinkets that we also do. And we engrave various messages on here for different functions and events.
Ja, want ek sien ek het nou so mooi verlief geraak, want ek sien hier staan thank you for being in my life.
Yeah.
En ek kan vir eerlik was sê daar is 'n klompie dames wat ek nie genoeg kan sê thank you for being in my
Fantastic,
life.
yeah.
So, veral dit is ietsie om na te kyk
Yes,
en so
yes.
aan, hè. En ek sien dan ook dan daar's verskillende goedjies en daai
Ja.
en so aan. Dan sien ek hier het ons hierdie wat is hierdie eintlik? Oeps.
Those are stencils.
Yeah.
So you can actually use them. We do various, we've got about maybe 50 designs.
Okay.
You can use it, it's very durable, the material that we buy. So you can actually use it on wall art, you know, on your home, or on work, on wood, and bakery. Bakery is a very, very big, a lot of our clientele is baking people, because of all the cake toppers that we do as well.
Wow.
So basically you take this, and you know the ladies that do the fondants, you would put it around your cake, and you put your fondant over it, and when you peel it off, the design remains behind. So it's like a stencil. Yeah, so very, very popular, becoming very popular. So we've got so many different designs and, you know, variations of things that we do. Like this, for instance, this is a cake topper, and this is a mirror perspex. But we also do it in plain wood and glitter products, which is the glitter, you know, with the glitter colours on. And basically it's for the cake, and it's become so popular. We can also add a name, once again a name, English, Afrikaans, Islamic, whichever, you know what I mean, whichever suits the clients, because we're obviously out there, we're trying to accommodate everybody. And yeah, we've got about 100 designs of our different cake toppers.
Dan het ons vroeër gepraat oor maar voor ons gedaan toe gaan ek sien dan ook ons het 'n happy birthday wat 'n 60 op is.
Yes.
So dit is ook dan alles wat saam hierdie goeders gaan wat jy kan doen.
Yes. Yes. So but we can actually add a name on here. So we can say happy 60th Tuskia. I'm just saying when I get there. So happy 60th, we can add Tuskia's name on here. And people like the personal touch.
Yes.
You know, the personalized thing. So basically, yeah, that's become very, very popular, the personalized items that we do.
Nou dan ons het dan nou gepraat vir effen van 'n postbox en hy's nou so 'n bietjie weggesteek.
Yes.
So ons gaan hom nou nie sommer kan sien nie.
Ja.
Maar eventually moes julle iets gedoen het.
Yes.
Maar julle kan dan ook postboxe miskien maak as iemand daarvan
Yes.
vra.
Well, this particular client, this bride, they didn't want gifting, so they wanted money. And so she said, what can she do? We discussed, you know, and all this kind of thing. And they said, why don't you just use a simple post box? It's a simple thing, but I mean, something that's fun, you know, to your wedding. And she loved the idea. So it's very rustic. And my husband had to make the wood box. And then the machine, actually, it's over here. My husband made it. And basically we just engraved the surname and everything on here. And at the back it opens, you know, so obviously to get the monies. Yeah. So it's very simple, but apparently it was such a hit. And she loved every, so we do a lot of personalized things for customers, a lot.
Nou sê gou vir my, ek weet mos nou hout is natuurlik seker duur in my opsig.
Yes.
Wat se tipe hout gebruik julle dalk miskien om alles hierdie goeders te doen?
Okay, basically we're using a lot of 3mm MDF and 6mm MDF, which is the thickness, 3mm and 6. And then we use pine ply for our plaques. We do a lot of plaques. Become very, very, very popular. This we get at the wood mill. So it's very raw when you get it. It's like, looks like nothing. So it gets put through the planer machine. So there's a lot of physical work involved. Planer machine, and you know, it's sanded and all kinds of, until we get to this particular, smoothness, and then the machine, we send the designs again to the machine from the laptop, and then the laser will engrave it.
Okay. So ons gaan dan vir julle na die breek gaan ons vir julle wys presies hoe ietsie aan mekaar geslaan word. Maar nou voor ons gou gaan vir 'n breek, Auntie Taskia, vertel gou vir ons kykers van hierdie.
Oh, the Ayatokus. Very, very important message that we decided to do. My husband designed it. It took a lot of, time, but he got it right. And basically, it's the message we're trying to send to everybody as well about what's on it. The most important message. And it's very, very affordable because we want all our products to reach everybody. To make it affordable for everybody to have it. It's a business, but as I said, we wanted to make it affordable for everybody. And this has become the most popular. This and the plaque, the hanging plaque. I must say, it's really the Ayatokus that hangs in your home, and this is for the car. It's become very, very, very affordable. But like I said, we do the English and we do Afrikaans stuff. We do for everybody. So, we're trying to be out there for everybody.
Nou sê gou vir my om nou hierdie boksie aan mekaar te slaan. Hoeveel hout gebruik 'n mens so min of meer vir hom?
Oh, nie baie, not a lot, but my husband has especially cut for down to the different sizes and stuff. So I'm not sure on all the dimensions, but not a lot. We buy it and then everything big sheetings and everything's cut to size and then they put it together. It comes in little strips. So each strip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever.
En
those are all strips.
Dan laastens, ek sien die houertjie of die klip wat ook al mens nou dit noem. Verskaf julle dit ook?
Yes, we get it from a supplier as well, in local. Everything's local. We get it. Yes, absolutely. And we get that and we buy that in bulk as well. Yeah.
Wel, ek moet daarom vir julle sê ek is baie beïndruk met hierdie vrou. Verskriklik. En sy het my so mooi gesê dat sy kan nie so lekker Afrikaans praat nie. Dus ek neem nie omgee nie, praat maar Engels, maar ek het daarom mooi gehoor, daar het 'n Afrikaanse woord of twee uitgekom en dit is al wat ek wil weet. Bly ingeskakel, ons is nou weer terug. Welkom terug by die program Inspirational Woman. Ja, ek gesels nog baie lekker met my Inspirational Woman en sy is Taskia Williams. En hulle doen verskriklike goeie werk en dit natuurlik is laser cutting en engraving. Auntie Taskia, ons het nou so lekker gesels nou daar met wat julle alles doen en daai. Maar nou gaan ons vir die kykers wys wat is dit presies wat julle doen. So waar begin u nou eintlik?
Well, what happens is we design everything on the laptop, and once everything's designed, we will now send it to the machine through the USB. And I've already just previously done it, so we just plug it in, get the artwork, and we'll send it to the laser.
Okay.
So it's in the laser machine already.
Ja. Sy is klaar daar.
Yes. So we will open up and we will set a focus, get the job, and we will set a focus here. The reason why I'm doing this is because all the different woods are different thicknesses. So we have to set the focus, which is very important because the laser then will run into trouble if it's not focused.
Okay.
So we've done that with the focus machine.
Hierdie masjien kan jy mense hande sny nie, né?
No.
Want ek sien
It's actually very, very safe. And even the fumes that come from the machine, it's not toxic or anything. It's just the wood burn. There's no toxic, nothing. It's a very, very safe machine. So we set the focus and then we will start the job.
En wat is dit wat jy nou eintlik vir ons doen?
I'm going to be cutting very similar to this, but a different design that will go on one of the boxes. But it's a different design. So it just will be the raw product coming out of the machine once it's finished.
Wel, ek moet sê dit lyk interessant.
Yes, so we will put it on the exhaust, the air and the actual laser machine. And we will start the machine. Sometimes we have oopses, and we just have to deal with it as it comes along. So
Nou, is daar nou 'n code wat Auntie insit of wat doen Auntie nou eintlik daarop?
No, each job has got a number, and we just give it a little code name. Like this is a flower design, so we just gave it flower design for the box. So so we'll start now. I'm just going to test that it fits into the actual proportion of the material. We always do a test run. There we go. So now everything fits into the square, and now we will start. So this should take about under 5 minutes to cut.
Under 5 minutes?
Yes. which is very, very quick. And then once that's finished, it will come out obviously as the raw side of that, but a different design.
Nou sê gou vir ons kykers, ek sien dan julle dan 'n soort van 'n workshopie daar.
Yes.
So ons het nou van die goedjies maar daar afgehaal en hier
Yes,
neergesit.
we did.
So vertel gou vir ons kykers, wat is hierdie?
Well, these are just simple plain logs that we've bought from a local supplier, and we've cut it down to size and sanded it off. And then the end result will be something like this with all kinds of different messages, which has become quite a hit. You can use it for weddings, for special events, even corporate branding. We've had a company that had their logo engraved on here, and they use it at events or as gifting for corporate gifting. That's the one. It's become very popular, very, very popular.
Okay, dan net ons nog gesels oor hierdie. Sê gou vir my hierdie boompie, hy lyk so oulik, maar wat is dit?
That's what they call a tree of life. And we've actually just specially made it for a client that does a bit of artist. She's an artist and she uses it in abstract art. So we often make little things like that for her. Then she uses it part of her art display. Yeah.
Want ek sien baie amper so treetjies sien ek op die TV.
Yes.
Want as baie kere ietsie soos dit.
Yes, yes. It's a very popular. It's called, I believe, called the Tree of Life. That's what they call it. Yeah.
En dan hierdie, wat is hierdie? Dit lyk soos 'n raam.
Yes. Yeah, you can use it for different kinds. Exactly, like a photo booth. Maybe you can make it bigger at a wedding, and then you'll have your face through there as a photo booth. Exactly that. Or you can use it. The person that wanted it was just basically for a home, and she was going to put a, do her own design in here for family photos. But there's so many different ways you can use. But a photo booth, you can just make it bigger, and you can have it when you're having photos done at a wedding or event. There we go.
En dan lyk dit my hierdie goedjies, wat is hierdie?
Oh, these are cuts. They call cuts, just simple log cutouts. Become very, very popular, but we actually don't have the machinery as yet to actually cut them. But usually the client brings this to us, and then we would engrave whatever it is they want on here. If it's not a simple message or a corporate message or something, these are little coasters as well. So we can basically engrave anything that the client wants.
Kan ek dalk miskien die kleintjies sommer vat vir die koffietafel om my koppies op te sit?
Well, that's the whole idea. Yeah, it's like a coaster type of thing. We've made a few of these for weddings where they will, engrave the initials on here and give it as a gift, a party favor or a wedding favor at a wedding. A personalized gift for whoever coming to the wedding. We've done a few of those, yeah.
Maar dan moet ek dan sê, julle maak verskriklike baie goed. Want jy dan ook vir my hierdie gegee. Vertel ons 'n bietjie van dit.
Okay, this is a keyring. It's a special message that one of our clients wanted to take back with her. She's gone on her overseas trip to America, so we did this for her. It's Allah sufficient for us, quoted from the Quran. And yeah, she took it for us. She won a competition. She's gone to America, and I just thought it was amazing that she came to ask us, a local person, to do this for her. So we've gone all the way to America, Philadelphia. I'm very impressed with myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dan sien ek ons het hierdie, wat is dit? Want dit lyk soos na name en goeders.
Yes, this is just wording that a client wanted for a child's room. So it's just let's read and achievements. But like I said, we can do basically anything for anybody that wants, their own special wording, that kind of thing, for their children's room or for their lounge or family wordings, whatever. We can do anything like that. We even can, like I said, English and Afrikaans, Arabic. Yeah.
Afrikaans.
Absolutely, Afrikaans as well. It is my tweede taal.
Nou sê gou vir my, waar kan die kykers dalk vir julle kry as hulle nou sou belangstel aan hierdie goed?
Okay, well, we now we're on a social media, Instagram and Facebook. The full company name, Splash Laser Cutting and Engraving. And inshallah, one day, very, very soon, we'll have a website. But that's obviously in the near future. And that's basically it. And all our details, I can give you my number or an email, but yeah, we've got all that.
Jy het dan ook vroeër vir my 'n besigheidkaartjie gegee.
Yes, I did.
Ek het eintlik nogal nou vergeet om nou eintlik om ietsie daaroor te vra.
Okay.
Maar die besigheidkaartjie wat ook in hout kan gemaak word. Moet julle daarop afgekom?
Well, my husband and I just thought, because we're working with wood, it makes sense to not go and spend a fortune to have business cards made. Why not use the product that we're actually using? And so we're engraving our little, our logo and our company details, etc. on that. And it's become, I must say, people love it. You know, it's fitting to our business and what we're doing.
Maar ek meen veral soos kaartjies, hulle vou en hulle breek en goeders, maar daai is in hout, so hy kan dan lank gehou word, né?
We've made quite an impression, I must say. When people see it for the first time, they love it. It's really become quite a nice
Nou
nice
ek gaan by ietsie weet. Nou ons doen ons nou die Inspirational Woman show.
Yes, we are.
Kan u dalk vir my 'n soort van 'n nameplaatjie maak? Wat daar ek maak byvoorbeeld daar staan miskien Inspirational Woman en dan onder staan Abida Dixon.
Absolutely, I can do that. I can do something like that if you want it in a keyring form, or maybe if you want it to fit a pin to fit on your jacket, or something like that. Yeah, definitely I can do that for you, no problem.
Maar ek moet sê ek is baie beïndruk en veral die feit dat u julle meer kan doen as wat julle eintlik aanpak. En ek dink wie is eintlik u se inspirasie as ek mag vra?
My husband. Absolutely 100% my husband. He's my rock. And you know, like I said, we both started from nothing as far as where we were going in this, you know, this journey with the laser cutting. But we have learnt, I've learnt and he's learnt. I'm just taking out the product to show you quickly. The finishing one, the raw, which is basically, this is the design. You see, it's a totally different one. So that's like you know, so we do quite a few designs. Yeah. Yeah. So basically, once this is coming together, we get the box and put it together and everything. It's raw, a lot of manual work, but at the end of the day, we have a beautiful, beautiful finished product.
So ek wil nou net vir julle sê die rede is hoekom aan die Taskia nou eintlik vir ons wys. Boetie Ibrahim, die man was veronderstel om vir ons te wys, maar hy's 'n bietjie so camera shy. So nou het die vrou dit maar vir ons gedoen.
Then I wanted to show you these. You see, this is cutouts from the design. Nothing goes to waste. We actually keep all this kind of thing, and then we, you know, sell it for less to nothing for the crafty people, for anything from hearts to stars to numbers. And then a lot of people buy it for arts and crafts, and even the school teachers buy it for the kids for the crafting lessons in class, like art school. The art lessons, should I say. Everything. We keep everything.
So dan lyk dit asof ek miskien 'n bos van dit kan koop en in 'n vaas sit.
You can do
en
that.
Kan op my
Exactly. Well, that's all about, you know, you use your creativity. And there you go.
Wel, aan die Taskia, ek moet vir u sê, dit was wonderlik om vir u te kom kuier om te kan presies sien wat is dit wat u julle doen. Want ek het nou nog nie so iets beleef nie, maar ek moet vir u sê baie shukran en sê maar dan ook vir Uncle Ibrahim, ons sê baie shukran vir hom.
Thank you so
en alles
much.
van die beste.
Thank you so much.
En natuurlik, dit was nou my gas, Taskia Williams, en hulle doen natuurlik die catalyzing, laser cutting en engraving 'n besigheid op bokse en alles wat jy kan vra. Van myself, Abida Dixon Mohammed, totsiens, assalamu alaikum.
That's it for this week's episode of Inspirational Women. Join us next week as we bring you more fascinating stories from inspirational women from all walks of life. And remember, the best preparation for tomorrow is doing your best today.